Imagination is more important than knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. You have to learn the rules of the game. And then you have to play better than anyone else. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. It is not that I'm so smart. But I stay with the questions much longer. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. The true value of a human being is determined primarily by the measure and the sense in which they have obtained liberation from the self. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its reason for existence. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. I am thankful for all of those who said no to me. It's because of them I'm doing it myself. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. The true value of a human being is determined by how much one has achieved liberation from the self. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong, it is character. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: Am I or are the others crazy? Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. The only real valuable thing is intuition. I very rarely think in words at all. A thought comes, and I may try to express it in words afterwards. The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. The human mind is not capable of grasping the universe. We are like a little child entering a huge library. Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. I do not believe in the immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern with no superhuman authority. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking.